Well, hey, we are just over 2 months in, and I thought we'd give you a little update as to what's going on. I got some stuff, got some wood glue and some other things, but yeah, let's go take a look around. So if you remember, as we've progressed, there was a lot less stuff in here, and we've made a little bit of progress. Let's start over here. We got the realtor sign out of the frozen ground because it's warmed up outside. It's quite a bit warmer. You can see some of the new electrical that we got. We got the switches, new shop lights, new electricity ran. The old electric's still in but not hooked up. We got to take that out. Here's the oil change pit that was unsafe. We've created a trap door to get in. We've changed the stairwell around. The other stairwell was very awkward. So we put a companionway style stairs in there. And that should be able to hold any vehicle that wants to go across it to still use this as an oil change pit. You can see that we framed it in. By framing it in, we've added a lot more strength and a lot more stability, so we can get rid of that sign soon. Poppins and erected Odin's Boat Works. This room over here is where the boats stay. Look around, you can see we got a rack in. We'll go into the workshop and studio next. You can see all the car siding that we've erected here, and it's going to be a bit of an altar there at the end. This is going to move over into the workshop area, but we're still working on the workshop. Nothing's really in the right place with the exception of the tool shelf that we made. So that's kind of cool. You can see we got some slat board on different parts of the wall. We got the car siding and trim, and then the corrugated steel setup. We kept the old door with the old security system in it. Got an air filter up there to filter out the massive amount of sawdust, and you can see that filter is working pretty hard, so we got to change that out. This is our mini split, which is pretty cool. So it cools in the summer and it heats in the winter, and it's got a fan mode. You can see the new pipe for all the new electrical. We still got to get electrical over here for the workbench. Don't even have the vise set up yet, so that's that. So it's coming along. You can see the ceiling is pine paneling. We got some cabinets in with some cleaning supplies, and Poppins has got her clothes in there and stuff. So yeah, I got a lot of cabinet space here just for office things. Got a shelf up there with a raven already. We've added some lights. This area here is called the studio. So that's the workshop. This is the studio. Got slat boards on the wall. Homemade desks with some glued pine boards together. And then it's stained in polyurethane. And then we have gas pipe for all of the legs. It's a kind of an inexpensive way to build this 32 feet of desks that we have, and it works out pretty good. You can see the outlets. We got 4 bangers all around here because you can never have enough outlets. We got some sconces that are gas pipe sconces. That one's not hooked up yet. You can see the 2 that we have set up with different colored lights. It's really funny. They're the same lot, but one's a different color. Got a gas pipe lamp over there that we still have to set up. So I've already got already working from the location for work. We got something uploading right now. It's a YouTube video. We got Alexa and the Wi-Fi set up. This little tube that used to be sticking up about this far. I don't know if that's in any of the videos, but that tube I cut off. I didn't know where it went. I didn't know what it was for. Turns out it's a drain pipe that goes over here to this big garage drain. So this entranceway is going to get this set of French doors. They're exterior doors. You really can't find an interior door that's going to fit in that hole, and I didn't really want to make it any different. Concrete kind of slopes up afterwards, so they got to open this way instead of open in. They have to open out, which is kind of weird. There's the thermostat set up for our garage heater. Kind of an awesome piece. Heats the place really well, 75,000 BTU. It's going to be for this main shop area. And then the mini split goes into the other, into the workshop and studio, and it's all sealed up so that can be heated or cooled separately. You can see all the new pipe that was laid. All of the electrical, except a couple places, are all in pipe, so it can be easily expanded in the if needed. And then we have the service that comes in with a brand new box. And let's go check out the boat works to see what's going on in there. Hey, there's a boat in the boat works. So primarily this is for storage right now, but we did upgrade the electrical. If you saw any of the previous videos, there was just a string of wires and we had no idea what they were for. So now we got the flexi conduit in there and the light. Right now it's only hooked up to the work light, but you can see that we choose to put in outlets that operate on the switch, and that's kind of cool. So we got 4 outlets here, which is pretty cool. We got outlets up along the wall here. The outside is mostly going to be a lot of fixing cracks, keeping out pests, reworking the trim, and just stabilizing the outside so it lasts for many more years. This old used oil up to here. Got a junkyard down the road that burns used oil, so I think they're going to take it. There's the mini split, the outdoor compressor, our little cute little 250 gallon propane tank. It's very windy out today, so I'm going to try to cover the camera. You can see you got the exhaust, and then we got the hide for the mini split, the trailer here. And then here is kind of the bane of my existence. It's crazy what they did here. So when you build a building, you don't really want to build the building in a valley or level with the ground or below ground grade, because all the water will run in. That comes off a pretty big roof. I don't know how many square feet that is, but it's like 40 by 34, and that's a lot of water. So when the water comes down, it goes in, and we've had that problem all winter. So I dug a ditch and I dug a hole to drain the water, and you can see where the paint ends right there. They had the dirt actually mounded up so that it couldn't go into the building, but it still did, and it's not something that's going to work. You can see over here where they have it mounded up much higher than the bottom, so that the water doesn't leak in there. That's crazy. So there's a couple things that we got to do. We got to try to excavate some of this out so that it's lower, but at the same time I'm going to put some socked pipe in here so that and some stone, so that the water will go into the pipe, run along the pipe until it drops into a big tank. And I keep digging this hole bigger and bigger to see the water volume for different types of rain. You know, if we got a ½ inch of rain, how much of it fills up. And that's going to have to be a pretty huge hole to handle that. The drainage will help draining it out this way a little bit, but there's a lot of dirt to move. Luckily, this dirt is a piece of cake to dig by hand. So that's what we're going to do. Dig it out by hand, just here and there as time goes on. So that's kind of about the only outside project. We did have to secure the roof and things so that the water, or so it doesn't pop up during the wind. New windows. The old windows were in terrible shape, so we took those out and put new windows in. There's pole barn steel behind this. Put up our furring strips and added just plywood. Painted the plywood, trimmed it out. Material is very expensive, so we did a lot of cheap things. This is actually paneling up here, and I think it looks terrific. We got a couple security systems that are going to go in. Some computer equipment that's going to go in. We got a lot of shelves and pictures and stuff to hang. Well, that concludes our 35% done update. It's been just over 2 months and the project seems to be grinding along. Stay tuned for our next update as we pass the 50% mark and start the finishing touches on some of the interior. Summer travel season is upon us, and we hope to start traveling to some unique places soon. While this project consumes most of our time, we are excited for the creative potential that will result for our channel. Thanks for watching, and we're honored to have you here.